Hello, 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 and welcome back to the show. This is why Tiffany's so talented. Small project alert. I haven't recorded the theme song yet, but we're getting there. See, this is the choker that Priscilla created for me to create that beautiful elongated neckline for my Black Swan #2. It's gorgeous. So, what I'm doing here in the fabric room is cutting some velvet because we're gonna add the little swirls all up and through there. So I got my very, very lush velvet. I cut a sample and we're gonna cut out the rest. And I gotta go grab some white velvet as well. Some of them I'm gonna have to cut into shapes because it's not just like I can mold it on the fabric of the dress like I did on the gown. So we're gonna figure out a way to make it to the white. Okay, so now that I got all of my strips cut out, I'll give you another look at this masterpiece. So this is my base for my necklace, and I just need to make this neck just a little bit thicker. So I got some batting, got some plastic to cover, and we're gonna thicken up this neck, and I'll show you how I do it. Okay, so all that I did was fold the batting into my desired width so I know how thick I want it to be, and tack it on. I literally used 4 tacks. Now I'm gonna cover it in plastic and a little bit hanging down for this bottom part so nothing gets stuck to the mannequin. And I'm using this big size 6 mannequin because the lady's neck is a little wide, but I'm gonna make it wider because I don't want it to choke her, of course, while she's trying to dance. So we're gonna make it just a little bit bigger than what she normally would wear. Even though it's a tiny lady, you saw the dress. I'll put it about right here. And it's gonna be gorgeous. I'll put them together once the small project is done. Now let me put on this plastic. I got it on the mannequin. It's looking the way it's supposed to look. And now, let's take it to my desk and start the swirl placement of these velvet strips. I'm thinking maybe I might have to put some silicone on the back of some of them that are hanging over, just so it stays stiff. We'll see when we get there. All right, first piece down, and it's already looking gorgeous.
How'd you play that off, Priscilla?
Alright, so I got all my black velvet in its proper placement. Oh, that space is open because I'm going to add white there. But that is basically where we're going with it. So now what I'm going to do is I pinned this to get it out of the way. But I'm going to add my white strips of velvet to the strategically placed to give it a cohesive look. Put this dress over here, and it's going to be gorgeous. This dress is done. The video will be up probably before I put this small project alert up, but it's gorgeous. And so I strategically placed all of my white velvet where it's supposed to be. I use a little more because I want the necklace to be a little more striking than what the dress is, but I think it looks good. Now let's glue it down, and that is where my dilemma begins. I'm having a dilemma. You want to see what it is? So I'm working on a small project, and I have all of these wispy hangovers, but I want them to be stiff, and I don't want them to get all flimsy over time. So I'm not sure if I should silicone the tips or if I should just use some E6000 glue and just smooth some E6000 on the back side of the tips to keep them solid and stiff. I'm not 100% sure what should I do. Can you help? Got any ideas? I don't know. But for now, what I'm gonna do is just glue all of these pieces in place and deal with the dilemma when we get there. I'll let you know how that goes out. Well, how that turns out. All right, so I've got everything nice and glued down. Still don't know what I'm gonna do for my dilemma. Make sure you check out the dilemma video so you can see how I solved it. But this is what it's looking like. So now I'm gonna go in with some stones. Let's start with the white. So AB stones up next, or up now. I got all of the AB white velvet completely crystallized. Now I'm gonna go in with the jet and just frame. I might frame both sides just because of the necklace. I don't want it to be flimsy, even though I only framed one side of the velvet on the dress. You can see it. But I'm gonna frame both sides on the necklace just for stability. In some light topaz AB, or golden shadow, something to match the nude color. Good morning. And this neck piece will be done. But isn't it gorgeous? Let's see what it looks like on the mannequin. I think they wanted some chains or something, but I like it like this, and it looks good.
I'm so full, I cannot even talk.
Want me to send you the video? It's almost done, but it's super cute.
You look pretty, my girl.
It's Valentine's Day.
I know.
Thank you,
What
thank
did
you.
Valentine do for you?
Girl, let me turn this camera off. It does look good on the mannequin. All right. I need to stone on this mannequin and it will be done. All right, so I got the golden shadow in. I was going to use the topaz AB, but I think the golden shadow on the nude just matches perfectly. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, now let's put it on the mannequin. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Small Project Alert. Remember, if you have any additional questions, feel free to leave me an email at tiffanysotalented@gmail.com, or you can drop your questions down here in the comments. I love the way this neck piece came out. I hope you learned something. I hope you learned how to do it. See you in the next one.